Taoiseach, house prices continue to spiral beyond the reach of ordinary working people. A report by myhome.ie this week shows house prices increasing at their fastest rate for almost 2 years, up 7.3% in the past year. Only a dramatic increase in affordable homes will curb out of control house prices. So government must provide affordable housing schemes that deliver homes to buy and to rent at prices that working people can actually afford. Last night, Dublin City Council held an emergency meeting and backed a Sinn Féin motion on the Oscar Traynor road scandal. The meeting unanimously agreed that the Minister for Housing, Darragh O'Brien, must meet with councillors to explain why the homes being delivered on what was public land are so expensive. Councillors expressed their anger at the prices being charged for these so-called affordable homes. Just to remind you, 3-bedroom homes at prices ranging from €400,000 to €475,000, 2-bedroom homes ranging from €335,000 to €427,000, 1-bed homes at prices ranging from €264,000 to €308,000. They don't believe that these prices are affordable, but it seems that you do. They accept that your policy of transferring valuable state-owned land to private developers is a disaster for housing affordability. Taoiseach, you've gotten this one badly wrong, and the evidence is there to see in Coolock and in my own constituency in O'Devney Gardens, where the price of homes delivered through your scheme is expected to be even higher than those at Oscar Traynor Road. In both cases, the promise was for affordable homes on these sites. But in truth, the prices that you're charging are so high that the vast majority of local people will never have a chance to purchase these properties. And the second part of your scheme was meant to deliver affordable homes to rent. In order to force through the deals with developers at O'Devney Gardens and Oscar Traynor Road, government promised affordable homes to rent on these sites. Another promise made, another promise to be broken. And people are now deeply concerned that just like the house prices, the rents will be sky high too. At last night's council meeting, officials were asked whether or not these rents would be affordable, but the question wasn't answered. Taoiseach, do you know what the rents at Oscar Traynor Road and O'Devney Gardens will be? Because new market rents in Dublin 5 and 7 are rising all of the time. They're now so high that even with your scheme's discount, the rent for a 1-bed could be between €1,200 and €1,600 a month, for a 2-bed between €1,600 and €1,700 a month, and for a 3-bed it could be anything from €1,700 to €1,900 per month. For the record, Taoiseach, those are not affordable rents. And more to the point, rip-off rents like those make a mockery of your so-called affordability scheme. Affordable homes to buy and rent can be delivered, but the answer is to retain public land, to build on public land, and for government to guarantee house prices and rents that working people can truly afford.
Taoiseach.
Thanks very much, Lascia and Corla, and I welcome the opportunity to again discuss the important issue of housing and affordable housing in this House. And firstly, let me say Dublin City Council is perfectly entitled to seek a meeting with the Minister. I'm sure he'll be responding to that. In general, I think it's a good thing for local and national governments to have opportunities to meet and engage. And as you point out, councillors from right across the political spectrum, including my own councillors, whom you don't speak for, very much welcome that opportunity to have a meeting and engagement with the Housing Minister as well. But what we shouldn't do is misrepresent the facts or conflate issues which are entirely separately, because firstly, right across Ireland, the average affordable purchase home being delivered under government schemes is €267,000. That's what government schemes are delivering in terms of an average price across Dublin in terms of affordable housing. Prices in Oscar Traynor Woods start at €264,000. A-rated new affordable purchase homes are at prices 19 to 21% lower than market prices, and this is made possible by a subsidy through the local authority shared equity scheme. And it's worth noting, because you bring up this on a regular basis, as is your right. You suggest that there seems to be very little interest in this, but but my understanding is already there have been around 300 expressions of interest from members of the public looking to purchase these homes. I don't need a chorus. These homes as well. Of course, there's many other examples of affordable housing schemes right across this country, because this isn't just a meeting of Dublin City Council. So, for example, in Waterford, where we're now working to deliver affordable homes with a private developer for prices available as low as €225,000 as well. It is more expensive, of course, to build an affordable home or a home in parts of Dublin than it is in other parts of the country. And you probably found that out yourself when you gave a commitment last December to construct and build an average price of a house in Dublin for €300,000, only to have to remarkably scrap that proposal live on air 72 hours before the local elections. So this is a government that's working to deliver all forms of housing, including affordable homes. And it's not right or fair to suggest that one set of homes at one set of prices is in any way reflective of the broader set of schemes and supports that are available right across this country as well. And as a government, anybody can contrast our record with your rhetoric, because we are a government that is presiding over a scenario where now over 300 homes every working day this year so far are being constructed, where 500 individuals or couples every week are buying their first home, where over 600 homes are being built, where we're seeing the highest number of homes built in 15 years, where we're building the most social homes since the 1970s, where we're building the highest number of homes in Europe according to Euroconstruct and EY, where 47,000 families have benefited from the Help to Buy scheme, where over 4,000 people have benefited from the First Home scheme, and as I say, where affordable homes are being advertised around the country for an average price of €267,000. So we've much more to do when it comes to housing, that we know. That's why we've approved a draft national planning framework today that will go out to consultation. It's why we intend to lift the scale of our ambition with new housing targets set in the autumn. But when it comes to affordable houses, it's not simply right to suggest that one set of homes you've found at one set of figures is reflective of broader affordable housing, nor is it genuine to suggest that it is the same price to build an affordable home in Dublin as it is in other parts of the country. We very much look forward to the opportunity for engagement between national and local government. We want to work with local authorities right across this country to deliver affordable housing schemes. We absolutely do. We remain determined to do it, and we're making good progress in relation to that.
It does in fact cost the same amount to build the home, whether it's in Waterford or Dublin. The differential, Taoiseach, is the cost and the value of the land. That's the issue here. And that's why it's all the more scandalous that, particularly in the case of Dublin City, where land values and prices are so high, that the government and the state would so thoughtlessly hand over public land into the hands of private developers. You've painted there what you regard as a very rosy picture, but you will know that people have said, and evidence has reflected, that it's never been more difficult for people to buy a home. Affordability has never been such an issue. And the evidence and the trends demonstrates very clearly that handing over public land to private developers for development does not deliver affordability. I've given you the prices at Oscar Traynor Road. I have asked you a straightforward question. Do you know the rental rates at Oscar Traynor Road and at O'Devany Gardens? If you have those figures, will you please share them with the House?
Those are figures that are clearly for Dublin City Council to provide, and I presume that's where you're progressing it, and that's the right and appropriate place. But you continue to misrepresent our position in relation to housing. This is a government that is absolutely building and ensuring that homes are built on state-owned lands. We set up the LDA. I think you opposed it. We set up the LDA, and it's currently actively advancing development on 16 sites across Ireland, capable of delivering around 6,000 homes, including on state lands. In Cork, we see the first phase of total expected delivery of 265 homes is now under construction at St Kevin's Hospital. In Naas, where 219 homes are being delivered at Devoy Barracks. We have a major project underway in the county of Dublin in Shangana, with our local authority partnering as well. So we are working in a whole variety of different ways to provide housing solutions. Public lands, public homes, private homes, social homes. But you lead the government in Northern Ireland, I lead the government in the Republic of Ireland. In Northern Ireland, you'll commence 1,500 homes this year. So far, we've commenced 33,000 homes in the Republic. We've delivered the highest number of social houses since the 1970s. You cut your targets. You cut your targets for, this is important, you cut your targets for council houses in the north. You were planning on delivering 2,050 and a Sinn Féin-led government has had to slash your social housing targets to just 400.